Every Monday and Thursday, we bring you the biggest news in esports from around the globe. And this week, we have to talk about one team that hit the highest highs only to suffer the most painful lows. We're talking about Team Falcons. Team Falcons suffered 3 major losses across the grand finals in 3 different esports all in one painful weekend. We'll break down their curse, plus the League of Legends offseason just dropped a bombshell that's going to shake the LCK, and G2 just threw down a gauntlet in VALORANT. Let's dive right in. We start with Counter-Strike 2, where everyone, including me, expected the BLAST Rivals Season 2 Grand Finals to be a battle between the Red Hot Furia and the Falcons, who were on great form. We got our match, and boy, it was a war. Falcons come out swinging on the first map, Inferno, with a stunning 13-3 landslide victory. Die-hard fans know that IGL Kixon is typically the setup player, but he was absolutely unleashed, recording his best career map with a 2.54 rating. But Furia would show their championship mentality and roar back on Nuke behind Yakindar's monstrous 27-kill performance. The series-defining maps were the last 2. Map 3 Train went to double overtime, but Furia's Maladoy would lock it down with 2 insane quad kills to take the game. On Map 4 Mirage, Falcons had a shot, coming out with a lead 10-8, but Queserado would deliver a fatal blow with an insane 1v4 clutch on the T side that shifted momentum. Furia would come out to force a second overtime, and ultimately Furia would secure the 3-1 victory, claiming their 4th consecutive LAN title. Star player m0NESY was awarded the MVP trophy despite being on the losing roster for a second time, and that's a bittersweet pill to swallow. The pain didn't stop there. Over in Rainbow Six Siege, the Blast Major was in full force, and Falcons once again would make it all the way to the grand final, but this time would be facing North American powerhouse M80. Falcons had a convincing path to the grand final, eliminating FaZe Clan in the winners finals, but M80 would start to cook in the lower bracket. They went on an absolute heater, winning 3 straight matches with 2-1 scorelines to claw their way to the grand final. And in the grand final, it was M80 who would stand strong, defeating Falcons 3-1 in an intense series. And just like in CS2, the individual brilliance was overshadowed by defeat, as Falcons Solotov earned the tournament MVP award, making it 2 losing MVP awards for the organization on the same day. To top off the painful hat trick, the Falcons were also competing in the Saudi eLeague Championship right in their hometown in Riyadh for Rocket League. Pitted against Twisted Minds featuring local stars Nupo and Turk alongside the legend Monkey Moon, the Falcons had the hometown crowd backing them, but Twisted Minds' roster would prove too dominant, eliminating the Falcons 4-2 in the dramatic grand final. 3 different esports, 3 different grand final losses. That's a brutal weekend for any organizations, and Team Falcons clearly has the talent. They just need to figure out how to clinch the title in the right moment. Jumping back to CS2, the action never stops. We're looking ahead to the Star Ladder Budapest Major, which kicks off next week. The road to the final is a grueling 3-stage Swiss format where we'll have 16 teams battling it out in Stage 1. The top 8 will advance to meet Stage 2 teams, and finally, the best of the best will clash in Stage 3. Will we see a Cinderella run from a Stage 1 team all the way to the playoffs? Jump into our community Discord and drop your pick'ems. In VALORANT news, the annual Red Bull Homeground Tournament concluded in an All-American Grand Final, G2 Esports versus NRG. NRG, the reigning world champions, were looking to prove that they still were the undisputed top dogs, but G2, fresh off a roster change with Baby Bass stepping in, had other ideas. The grand final was shockingly uncompetitive. G2 absolutely crushed NRG, sweeping the reigning VCT champions. G2 heads into the 2026 season with a massive confidence boost, while NRG is straight back to the drawing board after a humbling performance. Now for the biggest news of the week, the bombshell in League of Legends offseason drama just dropped. 3-time, back-to-back-to-back world champion ADC Gumayusi is officially leaving T1. This is shocking news for T1 fans worldwide, but they shouldn't panic yet. Guma is set to be replaced by PaZe from GDG. For those die-hard LCK fans, you know PaZe is a great talent. His accolades include being named the LCK Finals MVP, also Rookie of the Year in 2023. He also holds the record for the most kills in a single match at an international League of Legends event, with a 28-kill performance in the MSI Grand Finals in 2024. T1 is trading one legend for another, and I mean, just watch this pentakill from PaZe at MSI 2024.
Knight gonna get taken out by Keen in game 2. BLG may have found a fight, but PaZe is breaking records, and Gen G are moving on to match point. Shield, Canyon went up, he smited it off, hit the ultimate.
In other T1 news, Doran's contract was extended through 2026, joining both owner and Carrier, while Faker was already announced as contracted through 2029. The rest of the league offseason is moving fast. The West's best jungler, Inspired, is moving to Team Lion as they attempt to rebuild a roster to challenge for North American dominance. Bucio is also heading to the LEC to compete on Carmine Corp, and Sentinels is joining the LCS, signing Darkwings, Rahel, and Huhi, all former members of Disguised Toast. Lastly, Shopify Rebellion secured one of the most sought-after up-and-coming mid laners in the world, Zinni, to replace Palafox. Maybe North American League can finally make a run this year. In Dota 2, all eyes are on the PGL Wallachia Season 6 group stage, where Team Spirit is off to a scorching 3-0 start and looking unstoppable. The rest of the field is battling it out for their spot in the playoff bracket, which begins this Thursday. Finally, the Teamfight Tactics community is buzzing. They just released new information on Set 16 titled Lore and Legends, dropping on December 3rd. Past sets feature about 60 champions, but this one's featuring a whopping 100, with 40 of those being unlockable champions tied to the new set mechanic. This set is designed to be more skill-based and esports focused, which is great for the competitive scene. We also want to congratulate Without You from the APAC region for winning the last World Championship of Set 15 this past weekend. That's going to do it for this episode of Today in Esports. What a crazy week. We want to know which of these 3 Falcons losses was the most heartbreaking to you. Drop us a comment below, join our Discord to connect with us, and we'll see you on Thursday.